welcome to my channel. I'm looking at the YCharts Peter Lynch universe. This is a group of 35 stocks that YCharts screens for that have Peter Lynch-like qualities. The qualities that they're looking at are whether or not a company is a small cap, has a low PEG ratio, reasonable debt to equity ratio, and something of a dividend. These are all like Peter Lynch-like qualities. According to YCharts, and yeah, they screen for these, and then they come with a list of 35 stocks. I've done some videos on a few other names in this list, but right now I'm going to be looking at this guy right here, Global Self Storage Inc. The ticker symbol is SELF, SELF. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Again, I don't know anything about these companies that I've been reviewing. So if you're thinking about investing in these at all, make sure you do your own due diligence, because yeah, this is just going to be a really quick overview of these companies, including Global Self Storage. So yeah, according to YCharts, it doesn't have a rating of it on it yet. It doesn't have a value score of it on it yet. It gives it a fundamental score of 6 out of 10, and a valuation historical multiple is positive. So it's undervalued historically by 42.59%. The profile reads that Global Self Storage Inc. is a self-administered and self-managed REIT that owns, operates, manages, acquires, develops, and redevelops self-storage properties. The company's self-storage properties are designed to offer affordable, easily accessible, and secure storage space for residential and commercial customers. Through its wholly owned subsidiaries, the company owns or manages close to 13 self-storage properties in Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, and Oklahoma. So it's located in New York. The sector's real estate industry is REIT industrial. So yeah, these are the kinds of companies that I can understand. I'm an amateur investor myself, so I think these are the kinds of companies that appeal to me because they're not really that complicated to really understand. You know, like you basically are looking at a company that buys some property, develops it, so it's like good for storage for people who are interested in, like, you know, storing their excess stuff, especially in, like, you know, big cities like that. They're definitely going to be like looking for ways to, you know, like store extra junk in your apartment or whatever. Yeah, and the name Global Self Storage Inc. It's a boring name. I know Peter Lynch definitely would say like that's a good that's a good sign. So anyways, yeah, let's take a look at this company. Market cap 58.97 million, very small cap. Has a dividend yield of 5.53%. I'd be curious to see whether or not that's actually what the payout ratio is on that dividend, because it's such a small company. But I'll look at that in a second. But the 5-year revenue growth, 16.13%. Revenue quarterly year-over-year growth, 13.03%. EPS diluted 5-year growth is pretty good, actually, 45.85%. It's growing at quite a clip over the last 5 years. Quarterly year-over-year growth, 33.33%, which is also not bad. This company is growing its earnings. Debt to equity ratio is 0.3608, which is reasonable. I think Peter Lynch, he says that anything under 0.75 is reasonable. So yeah, that's reasonable. Return on equity is 6.33%. So yeah, and the PE is 18.96. So anyways, let's look at some of the key stats. Revenue, trailing 12 months, has been increasing since 2016. Net income has been increasing of late. Had a few rough years here. Yeah, let's see your cash and short-term investment on the balance sheet. Doesn't have much cash. It's got a little bit of cash, 8 million. Shares outstanding, 11 million, and it's been increasing of late. Not necessarily the best thing for equity. Return on equity increasing or decreasing here. Let's see here. Decreasing slightly. Yeah, long-term debt, 17.55 million. Is that increasing or decreasing? Decreasing slightly. Free cash flow, 4.92 million. And that's been increasing, which is a good thing. The dividend yield, so yeah, let's see here. The payout ratio is actually pretty decent, 96.94%. So it's been paying out its dividend. You know, sometimes you see these small companies and you realize that because they're so small, they kind of ebb and flow. You know, they bounce around quite a bit. So they have them as far as like income goes and stuff like that. So like it's not always easy for them to like maintain their dividends and paying out their dividends. So that a small company like this, that's like under 100 million market cap, is paying out a dividend of 5%. That consistently is a good thing. It's dividend yield chart. So yeah, that's good. The PEG ratio, does it have a PEG ratio? And it is. It's under 1. So by Peter Lynch standards, anything under 1 is undervalued. So the PEG ratio right now is sitting at 0.76666. So yeah, considering it has a growth rate of like its earnings growth there was at 33%. Quarterly year-over-year growth for EPS is 33.33%, which is pretty good. And over 5 years, it's been growing earnings by 45%, which is also pretty good. And it doesn't look like the revenue has been hurt very much recently, and the 5-year growth. So I'm wondering if this like decline in stock price isn't just because of the overall market sentiment. It's just very negative about maybe real estate investment trusts, and it's just kind of getting caught in this trap of just negative sentiment about the market in general. I mean, I don't know a ton about like the cyclicality of like some of these storage companies. I do know that there's another company, a much bigger company called Public Storage. I think the ticker symbol is PSA. Let's just take a quick look at this. PSA, Public Storage, yeah. I wonder if it's a much bigger company. It's also been hit recently, but you can see it's got a much bigger market cap, 52.42 billion. It's a massive company. Also has a dividend. Okay, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but EPS diluted. Oh, that's pretty fantastic. Quarterly year-over-year growth, 510%. Debt to equity ratio. I might have to take a second look at this guy here as well. But yeah, these are the kinds of companies that, at least for amateurs like me, I'm a bit more drawn to, just because like I can understand the business model a lot easier than something like a financial services company or something like that. But yeah, I may have to put this on my watch list and take a look at it a little bit more because, yeah, I mean, that dividend yield is not bad, 5.53%, and it's been consistent, and it's growing its revenue, and it's growing its EPS, so it's got a low PEG ratio, so yeah, I might have to take a look at this. Global Self-Storage, also boring name, good boring name, which Peter Lynch would like as well, so. Anyways, yeah, that's Global Self-Storage. Fairly, really quick overview of that company. If you're interested in keeping up to date with what's happening on this list of 35 stocks, check out my website, peterlynchinvestor.com. I routinely update that site with this list of 35 stocks, and also there's a newsletter there, and if you subscribe to that, I'll make sure you get updated as well with what's happening with this Peter Lynch Portfolio, and or you can also subscribe to this channel to keep up to date. Yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Thanks very much.